everyone, and welcome to another SDM podcast. I am Bree Wilson, the managing editor of SDM Magazine, and I'm joined today by Bill Hickox, who is the vice president of the SIS business at CBX Solutions, formerly known as Cook Boardman. The company recently rebranded, and we're here today to discuss the new name and new direction. Before we start, Bill, can you briefly introduce yourself and talk about your role at CBX?
Certainly, Bree. So I lead our systems integration business at CBX Solutions. We have, historically we've had 12 integration brands across the country, and I work with all of them to bring solutions to our customers, from physical security, access control, networking, AV, and all low voltage infrastructure. So we really focus on how buildings operate, connecting all those systems into a cohesive solution for our customers.
Awesome. And rebrands can mean a lot of things. Sometimes it's just aesthetics, other times it represents a major strategic shift. At a high level, what does the CBX rebrand mean to you and your team?
So it's really more than just a name change, right? It's catching up on how we've been operating. We have over 100 locations nationwide, operating all under different names. So, as it is today, we've got multiple brands that are serving the same customers, and in some cases, the customer really doesn't understand that it's one business. And as we bring more solutions to the table for customers, it's really critical that they understand they're dealing with one group, with one entity, and we can provide that heightened level of service to the end user. And that really is, bringing it all full circle so they can understand that. It is going to take a little bit of time as we get through the rebrand. Um, you know, as I said, just on the integration side, we have 12 individual brands operating across the country, with licensing and certifications. It's going to take a little bit of a process over the next 12 months to kind of get everybody under the CBX Solutions name, but we're actively starting that process.
Awesome. And what influenced this rebrand, and why did you choose this time to do it?
So really, we've grown. We acquired our first integrator in 2019. We started out as a door frame and door hardware business, and we expanded into the security integration and systems integration business in 2019. Since that time, we have acquired, as I mentioned, 12 integration brands in addition to the multiple brands we had on the commercial door and hardware side of our business. And as we continue to grow and look to fulfill from a national perspective, it really makes sense. We've grown too big to try to, okay, well, we're all these different names, and it not only was it confusing for customers at times, it's confusing internally. So as we felt that the time was right to move to this point, and migrate to a single name.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's talk about some operational changes that come with the rebrand. In CBX's announcement, you talked about delivering more coordinated end-to-end solutions. What does that look like in practice?
As you said, historically, um, you know, one of our customers might be engaging multiple vendors, right? They're gonna engage somebody for their doors, door frames, and door hardware. They're going to maybe engage somebody for access control, or for security integration, or for AV, or network infrastructure, or other low voltage solutions. We now bring that to them as one coordinated solution, so they have a specific, individual point person that they can go to for all of those solutions.
Absolutely. And how are you connecting those different capabilities, including commercial opening, security, and systems integration on the back end?
So that's actually a significant change that we undertook in recent past. Uh, Historically, we were broken into really two separate divisions, and we have recently reorganized regionally. So, from a leadership perspective, someone in a given region, so the Southeast region, for example, oversees not just the security integration or the commercial door frame and hardware business, but they oversee both. So they can bring all those pieces together under one leadership chain, which is really, really beneficial to, streamline strategy and implementation.
Yeah, absolutely. So, a little bit of a hypothetical for you, but if I was a Cook and Boardman customer a year ago and now I'm a CBX customer today, would anything feel different?
So hopefully you're going to feel more proactive coordination, right? Broader solutions, more opportunities to, streamline seamless, experiences across a project. If for example you might have, you know, said, "Hey, I'm going to deal with this individual, and then I'm going to deal with somebody else because I didn't realize you brought that to the table." We're going to be able to bring a lot more solutions to our customers that maybe they didn't realize we could provide in the past.
Absolutely. I'd also like to talk about a few interesting points in your announcement. So, CBX has over 100 locations with strong local teams, and you even just mentioned that you have 12 different brands. How are you unifying the brand without losing that local expertise?
Yeah, and that's actually critical to it, right? The local teams are the foundation of the business. One of the things I've had customers tell me before is, "Hey, I I don't care what you call yourselves, as long as the person I always talk to and I have their cell phone number programmed into my phone, as long as they answer, I'm good. The shirt that they're wearing doesn't necessarily." Impact me. I want to make sure that my local person is the person my go-to. And what we're doing is we're saying, yeah, they are your go-to person, but they're going to be able to bring a whole bunch more to the table.
Absolutely. You spoke to this point a little bit earlier, but we'll dive a little deeper here. So, CBX's goal is to make it easier for customers to access the full scope of what you offer. What do you most want customers to understand about the brand?
Well, what we want them to understand is that, we bring more to the table than maybe they realize. And this is an opportunity if they're satisfied with the service, the response time, all those things that we're providing and strive to provide today, that we can bring more to that process, which a lot of times in the construction industry, you know, there's challenges when you're dealing with a couple of different vendors, and maybe there's some finger pointing and stuff like that. That doesn't happen when you bring one solution provider to the table, and we really, really are looking for to be able to offer that to our customers and have them experience that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know the CB portion of your name, your new name, stands for the legacy of Cook and Boardman. Can you talk about what the X represents?
Yes, we had a lot of discussion about this, right? And the X, it represents, it's a multiplier, right? It's a multiplier of what we can bring to the table. It represents expansion or exponential expansion. It was intentionally done to show that for our customers, we are going to be the X factor. We are going to intentionally be able to bring solutions to the table and multiply that across their project.
Absolutely. You had fun with that one. A nice marketing tactic. So let's wrap up here by talking about the success of the rebrand and the future of CBX. What are you doing to measure the success of this rebrand?
Probably the most important thing is to understand our customer satisfaction perspective. If our customers aren't more satisfied and have an enhanced experience, then we weren't successful. We are really looking to bring to the table all those things to our customers to make them successful and their businesses successful. So if that's not happening, well, then yeah, then we have failed. So we really, really are going to be focusing on the customer adoption with the broader services that we bring to the table.
Absolutely. And if we check back in, say, 2 years, so looking at 2028, what will CBX Solutions have become that it isn't today? Or what do you hope it will become that it isn't today?
Yeah, I mean, hopefully everywhere across the country, we will see a fully unified platform being offered to our customers. This also allows us to really focus on a national presence or a national fulfillment across the country as we combine and link all of these entities that we have throughout the US, right? We've got over 100 locations across the US, being able to bring all of our services and solutions to all those parts of the country, that that is going to be drastic improvement compared to maybe what we're able to do today.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for joining me, Bill, and for talking about CBX's rebrand. And thank you as well to our listeners for tuning in, and we will see you all in the next SDM podcast.